So this became a search and discovery because they have changed their name so many times to so many different numbers that you can, you can virtually not find these videos. And I think that it's kind of designed that way, and that's a good thing. Without them knowing that, I don't think that they're communicating with Natureboy that if you want us to spread this fake knowledge, if you want us to grow this cash app magically to get you a lawyer, we need to be found. And it's getting harder and harder, I believe, for these girls to be found, because I think purposely they're putting the fake knowledge and the begging on to different IG pages of the girls, Zoca, Aya, Efuru, but we can't find the names. They change the names up every couple of days. They change them, like I said, to different numbers. And they're doing it because sometime in life, when we don't know how to tell people who have brainwashed and reprogrammed us for many of years that we want to throw in the towel, we just continue to do what we're doing, even though we don't want to do it, because we don't want to come clean to the person that's brainwashing us that we're done. So I think that these girls honestly know that this is coming to an end. They don't want to feel like they portrayed him in any sort of way, thinking that karma maybe he's going to come back on them. I don't know what these people are thinking. But at this point, we already know Malia doesn't know the knowledge. She doesn't really know what she's speaking about. It's basically jibber jabber. They don't even put her up on these videos speaking the knowledge no more, because we know that she doesn't know what she's talking about.
The race isn't given to the swift nor the strong, but those that endure to the end. Those that can endure hard time, difficulty, pressure.
They just get her up here now and she freestyles. This is exactly what Malia did in this live stream that she did. This is part one of the conversation that maybe only Malia and Natureboy understands, but not the public. I think it's time for Malia to throw in the towel.
The suffering, the pain, the hurt in the world. Amongst all that, can you endure through your debilitations and your demons? Can you endure the darkness, the hard times? Because pressure makes a diamond. Pressure sees what you're made of.
It's really sad that the honest reason I think that she's still here is because she's been through so many trials and tribulations with Natureboy over trying to be 𝗡𝗘𝗫𝗧, taking Velvet's place. Now she's got the position and she's going to share it with him in jail. She's hoping for the best. Okay, that's great for you. But why would you want to hope for the best and then go back if this man potentially does a few years in jail and you wait for him to get out for a narcissist to mistreat you further? Now is the time that Malia needs to be with her child or trying to rehabilitate herself so she could be back with her son. But I don't believe that Malia wants to take on that responsibility. I think that it goes deeper than Natureboy, and we're using Natureboy as a scapegoat so that Malia can look like the victim and everything goes on Natureboy, when we have to blame these people equally. 50% of the blame has to go on these women for staying. He's in jail now.
It states that here. It says, you cannot serve God and riches. Matthew 6:24. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be loyal to one and despise the other.
We see there's nothing he can physically do to harm them, and they still stay over there in carbonation. They're brainwashed, I get it. They're reprogrammed. I get it, but I think a lot of them also is just a woman that just don't want to deal with society, doesn't want to be a part of the productive world and take on their responsibilities. To me, it's like a cop out. And if you guys don't see it, I'm sorry, but I see it. Malia, she needs to look in the mirror and see it. And the reason I say that is because Malia is starting to deteriorate again. When she got out the hospice, I have to admit that she did start to look a little bit more healthier. I'm looking at this girl now, and she's starting to be a shell of Malia again. I know that these women are not doing right mentally. I know that it's almost like Natureboy hasn't left because he's now controlling their minds from a jail cell. And because they don't have control of their mind, it's one mind, oneself, as Natureboy would put it, these women do not know how to break hold of these chains. I know many of you guys saw that video with Efuru, and Efuru being so happy to see her mother. But in the same breath, she came down to her reality of, that's my mother, and called her by her first name. These women have been so reprogrammed that it's going to take many of years to get these women back to brand new again, for them to be able to start their lives over and be productive citizens in society. We can clearly see this from the actions of the behaviors, how they're so young and they're wasting their life away trying to push the three. I don't think that they have a clear perspective that there's a chance that Natureboy will not be getting out in this lifetime. There's a chance that Natureboy could be put away for possibly up to 25 to 30 years. Now, for someone that's already 40 years old, that's like a lifetime. I don't think it has set in yet that he might not come home. And if he does come home, why do you want this life for yourself? You're dealing with a man who misery likes company. Hurt people hurt people. He's going to be okay if he does come home, hypothetically speaking. For how long before the addictions and the cravings of getting the attention of social media is going to come into play? And then you're going to come secondary to the whole reality of Natureboy, which is him being a self-centered person, only thinking of himself and being in that spotlight any means necessary. We have already figured out as a community it's not about the knowledge. It has never been about the knowledge. Now, maybe when it was melanated, before it became carbonation, that tribe, maybe at one point in time, it was about the knowledge, but that was very long ago. Now, Natureboy got some sort of power, and I think it went to his head to the point of no return and turned him into a toxic person where this person can hurt people any means necessary at any time to feed his greed and all of the things that, as a person with generational curses himself, that he is still enduring in his real life, that he's putting on others that have nothing to do with the upbringing of Natureboy. And we already see that if we don't speak up about it, if they're not able to hear how we feel about it, history is going to repeat itself. These people don't know that this could be your child in front of the TV, listening to this knowledge that what you call knowledge. You're trying to guide someone, a community, in the wrong direction, because I'm quite sure they know that this is not a healthy situation that they're in. So why would they be willing participants to share this broken knowledge? Now, the knowledge that Natureboy has been trying to teach to the public, his knowledge has been around way before Natureboy was, teaching it. And the people that was originally teaching this knowledge were sincere about teaching the knowledge and uplifting the community and the people in it. Natureboy is not about that life. And I just hope that these women eventually get it. I don't just want the viewers that tune in to me updating them about, oh, Malia did a download. Oh, I did a download. I don't want them to just have awareness of what's going on and what you could be subjected to in social media. I also want for them to look at these videos and it start to click and make sense to them that this is not the way to go. It's not healthy. And that they need to move on with their life because life is too short. They've already wasted enough time with their life. Malia has cost her health messing with Natureboy, and she just needs to further think about herself, take care of her health, take care of her child, and just move on from this. This is a lost cause, Malia. There's no growth in staying with Natureboy with whatever the fate is for Natureboy, whether he gets out or not. There's no growth in staying in that future of self-destruction.
You're going to get the results of your doings for the kingdom of heaven, which is the kingdom lies within you. The kingdom is a heavenly state. Constant communion with God, constant communion with Source,